My name is Pierre Douette. I'm the CEO of Intressa Vascular. I'm glad to be here today to present Intressa Vascular, a Belgium-based Medtech innovator developing the aortic stent. The aortic stent is a breakthrough cardiovascular device addressing a high unmet medical need in aortic dissection and a significant market opportunity of $2 billion. Our device is supported by long-term clinical evidence from prospective studies and is currently in the process of getting CE mark approval in Europe. We produce the device in-house, which is quite special for a startup, which allows us to ensure high gross margin. We are currently executing a clinical and regulatory plan with the objective to start commercializing the device in 2026. So now, what is the problem? Imagine a mother calling her son at midnight because his father is being brought to the hospital with brutal chest pain. At first, we all think about a heart attack, but by the time he gets to the hospital, he is diagnosed with aortic dissection, which is the most frequent, most catastrophic event affecting the aorta. The aorta is the main vessel originating from the heart and feeding blood to the whole body. In aortic dissection, the wall of the vessel breaks, putting the patient at risk of dying suddenly from massive internal bleeding. So the story is quite frequent. It happens each year in 120,000 people in the USA, Europe, China, and Japan. Current management of aortic dissection it depends on the anatomical location of the dissection and includes either surgical devices or endovascular devices. Both types of devices are associated with high rate of complications, and most of them do not prevent future progression of the disease, and therefore are associated with high rate of complications. At Intressa Vascular, we aim to bring this breakthrough technology called the aortic stent as the only minimally invasive solution intended to provide extensive treatment of aortic dissection. The device is based on a multi-layer stent technology that we have protected and patented and allows for extensive coverage of the dissection from end to end. Because of extensive treatment, no more worries of deadly bleeding or future reoperations. The global aortic dissection market is significant, in excess of $2 billion, enjoying favorable pricing and reimbursement. Growth drivers. The market is expected to grow at a two-digit rates each year, driven by aging of the population, the rise in hypertension, and the shift towards endovascular solutions. Reimbursement codes already exist in different countries, which are supporting endovascular devices because they are much more cost-effective over open surgeries. So what is very interesting in aortic dissection is that the market is highly concentrated to centers of excellence through patient referential system. So we can estimate approximately one dissection treating hospital per 1 million inhabitants. So with a fast learning curve with our device, we expect to disrupt this market with a limited sales team and unlock the 700 million potential obtainable market accounting for the different indication of our device. In terms of competitive landscape, current devices are either surgical devices that require to cut the patient open, or endovascular devices that are suboptimal because they are limited to a small portion of the aorta, and thereby they do not prevent future progression and reinterventions. In contrast, our device allows for minimally invasive extensive treatment and full coverage of the aorta, thereby preventing future reintervention, and while it's a bar stent, so it prevents from neurological complications. Our device is also compatible with existing grafts and stent grafts, which offer a solution for those patients who have been treated previously with those devices and are left without any solution except open surgeries. The aortic stent is supported by long-term clinical evidence from a prospective study in the descending aortic dissection. In this indication, the device proved it works and is safe over a long period of time. Our dataset is further complemented by a retrospective registry of real-world evidence from compassionate use case. This set of data is used to get CE mark approval. We are and will continue conducting clinical studies at highly relevant centers in aortic dissection. And we have just started the extensive study in Europe with different countries now approved, and we expect to have the first patient enrolled soon. We also have an active study enrolling in Japan. At Intressa Vascular, we manufacture fully the device in-house in our certified facility. With our current capacity, we have the capacity to produce 2,000 stents a year and the potential to generate up to 25 million euros annual sales. The pricing strategy is fully aligned with existing reimbursement codes and will allow to enable a healthy gross margin of 90% plus. The scalability to meet the demand is already addressed. We expect to commercialize the device by 2026 with the direct sales teams in close to a market, top 5 in Europe, and then expand further geographically through specialized distributors. The excellent centers that we have in our clinical studies is a very good sign of future traction we will get with our device once on the market. That's our strategic roadmap, which is divided by geography and build up to first, expand the range of indications through clinical execution and move towards CE mark approval in Europe. Second, to prepare a PMA study in the US through regulatory interaction with US FDA. And three, to prepare future registration activities in Japan through clinical execution. To succeed with our plan, we are raising this new round of 15 million that we expect to finalize before year end. At the end of this funding phase, we expect to have all in hands to start first sales with significant clinical upsides from the different studies that we have initiated over this in 2025. To succeed with our project, we can rely on a wonderful team of 30 highly motivated, highly talented people, all committed to improve the life of patients with aortic dissection. We have all the skills in-house, from R&D, industrial operation, to clinical quality, regulatory, and pre-commercialization. Our project is highly awaited by the medical community, as illustrated by the strong support we receive from international top-tier KOLs. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, the aortic stent is a simple solution to a complex surgical problem. The unmet need is clear. The surgeons are waiting. The market opportunity is significant. The business is scalable. The product is de-risked, and the team is ready. I look forward to discussing with you this funding opportunity. I thank you for your attention. Thank you.